Bella Sparks, and this is George Washington.
Hi, I'm the ghost of G-Dub. It's nice to be with you today. As you may or may not know, I wanted a much longer retirement than I actually had. I'm the one who started the two-term tradition for the presidency in the United States because I didn't really even want my second term, but I felt I was the best person for the job. So I'm here to talk a little bit about America and what happened with the United States on the world stage after my death. So I myself am an isolationist. During my presidency, we stayed out of the French Revolution, much to the chagrin of the French, as well as the Jeffersonian Democratic Republican Party here at home. 13 years after we died, we get into the War of 1812. And that happens really because England, I
It's
roll,
mean.
didn't.
There's a whole video on how much I hate England.
Oh, okay. Well, my issue with this was that eye roll. They didn't think we were a real nation. And they proved this by never leaving their forts in the Great Lakes. They were giving arms to Native Americans in the West, and they were impressing American sailors. Not impressing by doing something cool where people were
No.
impressed. Instead, they were
Yeah.
ripping off American merchant ships
Yeah.
and forcing Americans into the British Navy.
Which is mean, and I don't appreciate it.
It was very uncool. So England burns Washington, D.C., but then at the Battle of Fort McHenry, which is where everybody knows our national anthem came from, America holds, and shortly thereafter, Britain basically quits, although we celebrate this as the greatest war in American history to the time, and hashtag America, national identity goes up, starts our era of good feelings, and we move along. Really, then, for most of the 19th century, we're not interested in foreign affairs. We're really happy just sort of being hashtag America. Now, there are some exceptions, like, for example, due to manifest destiny, we go to war with Mexico in order to, borrow permanently about 33% of their country in what we call the Mexican Cession. Lila, how do you feel about the Mexican Cession?
I mean, I don't really care for California. I don't really care for New Mexico. I didn't really care for Arizona when I went there, but I did like Nevada.
All right, real
I
good.
did like Nevada, so I can appreciate that I don't have to have a passport to go to those places,
Sure.
and I can just get on a plane and fly there, and everything's easy.
Mhm.
And I see a paper. Is there something? Okay, there's nothing written on the paper for me.
No, that paper is the treaty that we signed with England and Oregon,
Oregon.
for Oregon, right?
Oregon's
Because
cool. It's very rainy though.
because we're not going to go to war with England at that time, because England still at the time, we all know, the sun never sets on the British Empire.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
That's not a good idea.
We're all set, thanks. We're good.
We're good.
But for Mexico, no problem. We're really good about waiting
We'll fight those.
waiting for them to cross the Rio Grande River, settle the Texas boundary dispute, get California. For me, I like Arizona. It's really kind of cool that we have the Grand Canyon, my favorite national park.
I did go to the Grand Canyon. I did like it there.
I did. Ghost of G-Dub, that's a favorite. Anyway, continuing this whole idea now, unfortunately, because you Europeans, the whole Berlin Conference and carving up
Yes.
Africa and whatnot.
We did a whole video on imperialism.
Oh, good. This really annoyed America because we felt like anything you can do, I can do better. So we go to war with Spain. We claim it was to liberate Cuba from Spain.
And
But
they're liberated from Spain.
Yes, but we gained Puerto Rico, Guam, the Philippines as our own cute little empire. But then we don't want any part of this again at all. Again, if it wasn't for the unrestricted submarine warfare and the Zimmerman telegram, we would have never got into World War I. We were perfectly comfortable leaving that with you.
Then they killed Americans, and that's very not cool. So then we go in and we're like, screw all of you. Boom, war over.
Well, yeah,
pretty much.
That's true.
It's very simplified.
It's true, but then we turn isolationism again. See, I told you all, when I was president, isolationism was where it was at, right? Like, seriously, we were very comfortable with the not my circus, not my monkeys idea. Again, unfortunately, sadly, we get dragged into World War II, and then we have to make the world safe for democracy. It is so tough being an American. I mean, seriously, sometimes, right?
It's so hard just needing to do all the things and needing to be in everybody's business.
Well, be careful now. We do sort of get into everybody's business after World War II because the Cold War, we will intervene occasionally in places.
It was for the benefit of them and the benefit of us and the benefit of capitalism and democracy and getting rid of communism and totalitarian dictatorships.
That's what we convinced.
I said the word right.
That's right. That's what we convinced Grenada of in 1983 when we invaded their little Caribbean island to overthrow communism. Yes, that's what we did. But still, Berlin Wall falls, the Soviet Union is broken up, and we made the world safe for democracy again, which we have to do 3 times from the time of World War I until the end of the Cold War. What the heck, man? And now, the last 20 years after 9/11, we take a more protectionist approach where everything we try and do is protect the American people. And we see this in the lives of Americans. The TSA, for example, Transportation Safety Authority, is an outgrowth of this protectionism. I'm tired now. All I really wanted was a retirement in the first place. And you have rattled my ghost to come back and talk about, I don't know, 230 years after my death. This is G-Dub representing #America. I'm out. Good day.